Super Smash Brothers! Welcome back to JimmyJunks, and in today's video, we're doing top 10 least favorite Smash Bros. Stages. Or, technically, worst, in my opinion, but it's least favorite as it's generally stages I wouldn't really pick to play a 4-player or 8-player Smash Battle in. They're just not good stages. They're not made for a Smash competitive battle. So these are my opinions on these top 10 least favorite Smash Bros. Stages. Starting off the list at number 10, we have Palutenas Temple. And Palutenas Temple is not a bad stage in actuality. It's a good stage, but only for 8-player Smash. For this 4-player Smash, it doesn't look right. It's too big, too much space entirely, and if you go on the bottom, you're gonna get trapped, especially in the cave. Once you're in the bottom part in the caves, you get bounced around like a damn pachinko machine. If I have any advice for this stage, stay off the bottom. Stay on top. You're safer on top. And while we're at it, why don't they just cut this stage in half? It'd be more like Hyrule Temple at that point. Not a bad stage, but definitely my number 10 spot. Number 9, we have Spirit Tracks from Super Smash Bros. On 3DS. Is it a bad Smash stage? Arguably. As it's number 9 on my top 10 list of least favorite Smash stages, I will say that I have had fun smashing on the stage. I really have. But it's just a few things about this stage that I just don't really care for. Number 1, I don't like that we're fighting on a train of all things. I get the aesthetic and I get where it's from, like what the source material is, but it's just awkward to fight on. But the worst part of all of this is that it comes out in 2 parts and then you're stuck on the track and the track pushes you back to the dead zone and you're dead. That's it. The stage kills you. Technically it's like a stage hazard, but the stage legitimately kills you and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, sure, if you're Kirby or something like that, you can survive it, but most of the time, if you're not one of those characters that have good aerial, you're gonna die. But as I've said, I did have fun on the stage. I have had fun on the stage, and I might still continue to have fun on the stage. If it weren't for those problems, I wouldn't put it on my number 9, but it is my number 9 on my top 10. Number 8 is New Pork City from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Oh jeez, this stage. I'm trying to find good things to say about this stage. It's few and far between, but I really like the aesthetic. I really like the way it represents Earthbound, and I do like that it's got a lot of platforms, but it's such a huge stage that it's uncomfortable to play on. Most things about the stage is the layout, and I do like the layout, but when you get too far away from another player, it's just not fun. And then you do have this breakable platform on the bottom, and once you break it, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do about it. But worst a part of this stage has to be the Red Chimera. You get close to that Red Chimera and you're instantly dead, 1-hit KO. Which is good for you if you bounce an opponent into the Chimera, but once you get into the Chimera, it's not your friend anymore. It doesn't help you out anymore. And that's about the least I can say about this stage. I mean, it's nothing more to say. It's an Earthbound stage with one broken platform and a Chimera that kills you instantly, depending on where it pops up. Number 7 is Pac-Land from Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Oh, Pac-Land. The ugly misfit cousin to Pac-Maze on the 3DS. You could have easily put this on the Wii U version. But I understand that it's a modern Pac-Man and you have to pay tribute to modern Pac-Man. But why, for the love of God, is it an auto-scrolling level? And why do you have all this water everywhere in the stage? First you have the hydrants, which I know that's Pac-Man's thing. Then you have the water guys that just popping up from the water. It's just not an enjoyable stage. The aesthetic, it could either be good looking if you're a retro enthusiast, or ugly if you like modern gaming. Either way, it's a colorful mess, and I did like Pac-Land growing up. I did enjoy Pac-Man, but this is just not a good representation of Pac-Man or Pac-Land. It's a terrible stage. It's not fun to play on. It's an auto-scroller that goes scrolling way too fast. And honestly, it's just not fun. Number 6 is Kirbys Dreamland from Super Smash Bros. 3DS. This is not a bad looking stage in my opinion, even though the colors are very disgusting looking. It's replicating the original Game Boy, if you couldn't tell from the border. A few things about the stage that I really don't like, and mainly it's the blast zone. I don't like how easy it is to get blasted, and how easy it is to die in this stage. I mean, it's kind of akin to Flat Zone, but I actually do like Flat Zone. And the other thing is it's an auto-scrolling level. Parts of it will transform, which is cool, and you'll go to different stages from Kirbys Dreamland, but it auto-scrolls to get there, and it's really annoying, and I don't like it. And most of the time there's a pit, and you will fall down the pit and die. It's just not a fun stage to play Smash Bros. On, and I don't know anyone who would choose this in a Smash Bros. Game. Unfortunately, they did bring it back for Smash Ultimate, which I don't understand why, but if it was a fan favorite, I can understand, but I don't remember anybody liking the stage. Honestly. Number 5, Great Cave Offensive from Super Smash Bros. Wii U. This stage is probably the biggest Super Smash Bros. Stage in the history of huge, unnecessary stages. This stage is actually based off a game mode you could play in Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo, and while I think it's a neat concept and could have been done better in execution, it's just unnecessary to have a stage like this. The whole idea of Great Cave Offensive, in its original form, is multiple different areas you can visit to with different doors going to different areas, and you gotta beat a different boss every time you go to a different area. This does not work in this kind of environment. It does not work. Why they thought this was a good idea for Super Smash Bros. Is way beyond me. I have no clue why they thought this was a good idea. Not only was this a really unnecessary stage to have in Smash Bros., but you can also die at 100% if you're knocked into the lava. What the hell were they thinking with this idea? Number 4, Mushroom Kingdom 1-2 from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This stage just leaves me shaking my head in embarrassment that they thought this was a good idea. Not only do they have 1-1, which also is a candidate for this list, but I chose 1-2 because of the amount of blocks that they have in this level. It does not translate well as a Smash Bros. Stage. It just does not. And to get the whole level into the game, they made an auto-scroller. Just like Pac-Land, they made an auto-scroller. If you have to cut corners to make a stage in a game, like a level in Super Mario Bros., which is a platforming, jumping game where the level is much larger than you can make in Super Smash Bros., why even try to do it? Remember, Nintendo, not everything replicates well to a Super Smash Bros. Stage. Just remember that when you're making more stages in the future. Some things will, other things won't. This is one of those things that won't replicate well. Number 3, Rumble Falls from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. We have, right here, the worst auto-scrolling level in the history of Super Smash Bros. A lot of people like to say it's Icicle Mountain. A lot of people like to say it's probably Mushroom Kingdom. But I say this is definitely the worst. Let's go over a few reasons why this is a terrible level. Number 1, the spikes. Okay, so the spikes you can avoid, but in this instance, they're unavoidable. You're just gonna die. You hit them, even at like 30 or 40%, you're just gonna fly back into the blast zone and you're gonna die. Simple as that. You can try, but this goes into reason number 2. It's so fast when it scrolls up. I mean, it speeds up on you right around the time when the spikes come in, and you have no choice but to hit a spike. You have no choice. And it's just so hard to play Smash on this level, because you're just trying to climb up and up and up and up, and there's no rhyme or reason to why they would make a stage like this unless they were just trying to torture people who play their games. People say Ice Cream Mountain is similar to this aspect, but I think it's not even near close to how bad this is. And I actually do enjoy playing at Ice Cream Mountain, which is why it's not on this list. If I'm being completely honest about the stage, there is zero redeeming qualities, which is why it's number 3, and why it'll always be my least favorite Smash Bros. Stage auto-scroller. Number 2 from Super Smash Bros. Brawl is 75M, also known as 75 meters, from Donkey Kong. I just have one thing to say about this level. You looked at Donkey Kong, where there's levels that have straightforward platforms, and you picked this one with the smallest platforms in the game. I don't understand what they were thinking when they thought that. That would be awesome to do. That'd be a great thing to do. Yeah, let's pick the one with the smallest platforms to make it the most difficult thing to play on in Smash Brothers. So here's just one thing I gotta say about this. So you have multiple hazards in the level. You have these fireballs that travel up and down the ladders. Cool. Yeah, we want that. We really want that in the game. After that, you have Donkey Kong throwing trampolines at you. Why? And if you get close to Donkey Kong, he knocks you back into the blast zone, really far into the blast zone, and you're screwed. You have no chance of surviving. This level was probably, if not the worst that I've ever seen in Smash Bros. But there is a number 1 on the list for a reason. The only last thing I have to say about that is you could have just picked 25M. You could have picked 25M. You could have picked the factory, but you didn't. You picked this stupid, sadistic level with small ass platforms. Only a masochist would play on the stage. I'm done with this one. And here we are, number 1 from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Mario Bros. Arcade. This is the absolute worst level that I've ever played on in Super Smash Bros. The absolute worst. And this is taking into account all the scrolling levels that scroll side to side or up and down. This is the absolute worst dog shit level that I've ever played in this game. Here's just the really big reason why I say that is because yes, they have the aesthetic and it looks just like Mario Bros. The arcade game. But the enemies will kill you pretty much instantly. So if you turn the enemies over, obviously like the arcade, you can grab them. That's one fatal flaw number 1. They made it so you can grab the enemies, which is cool, but if you grab them, you toss them, it's an instant win for you. It's like when the Hammer Brothers hammer falls off the hammer and you can toss that and it's like almost an instant death. This, same thing. And it's such an aggravating feature. It's just such an aggravating thing to add into the game that it just makes this level instantly unplayable. It makes this stage unplayable. And then you get bounced around because there's nearly too many platforms. The only good thing about this stage is the POW. They introduced the POW block to the Smash Bros. Series, but there's nothing else good about this stage. Literally nothing else. I can't say a single good thing. The only thing I could possibly say is it's a faithful recreation. But that's the worst part about it. It's such a faithful recreation that it's just such a turd of a level. It's such a turd of a stage. There's no reason why you would ever pick this stage ever in any Smash Bros. Game, whether it be Brawl or whether it be Smash Ultimate. Just stay away from this stage. I can't implore that enough. Why turn this into a stage? I'd rather have Popeye from NES. I'd rather have a stage from Duck. Oh, that's the thing. Duck. That's a cool stage idea. No, but seriously, this is not a good idea. So just because most of the stages are from this game on my list doesn't mean that I hate the game. Wait. So just because most of the stages are from this game on my list doesn't mean I hate the game. I actually quite enjoy it. The only thing I don't like about the game is the tripping feature. Doesn't make any sense. Why would you... I mean, I know they want to make it realistic, which is why most of the character models are realistic in this game. But tripping in a platform fighting game, like, why would you have that as a feature in a game? I mean, I know they had the banana peel because of Diddy Kong, and that's also now a weapon in the game, in the newer series, but why would you have tripping in the game? Anyway, just because some of the stages on my list are from this game, doesn't mean that I hate the game. I just dislike those stages quite a lot. There's a lot of great stages that came from this game that I really do like, but this is a least favorite or worst list, so that's why some of the stages from this game are on there. Auto-scrollers. Why would you make auto-scrolling levels? The only one that was ever good was Icicle Mountain. That's only barely because it kept going up and down simultaneously. Why would you do that? This game is a really great game, and although some of the stages are from this game, doesn't mean doesn't mean I hate the game. It doesn't mean I don't like it either. You know, some of the stages from the Wii U Smash Brothers, of course, you know, gotta have some variety, and from the 3DS version as well, and gotta have variety. You can't, you know, I can't just shit on this game all the time. Why would that be an enjoyable video? If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like this video here, hit subscribe. You'll be glad you did.